Um, Hello, everybody. I'm Marcus. I'm another planning member of Washtenaw, my brother's keeper. And we're going to set up a conversation. Many of you may know him that's from Washtenaw County. And if you don't, he's a great officer that works for the Washtenaw County Sheriff's Department. We just want to give him an opportunity. First, we want to thank and praise God that he's still alive because this illness is very real. And we want to give him the opportunity to share his story and his struggles and his experience and testimony of his ongoing um, dealings with COVID-19. So welcome, Sergeant Eugene Rush.
Good morning, everybody. I appreciate you guys for letting me come on today. It's definitely been a blessing, and just to say that this is the realest virus that I've ever experienced in my 56 years of life, and people need to take it serious. For me, it started off what I thought was a sinus infection, and it turned into COVID-19. I've been doing my thing in community engagement, and that's where I was. And when the pandemic started to increase, I was brought back to the road. So after being brought back to the road for 2 days, I had a sinus infection. I was staying away from everybody, doing the social distancing, but still wasn't feeling, better. And it wasn't going away. And it took me going outside for 5 minutes and passing out in my front yard to realize something else was going on. And when I got to the hospital, they checked me and said that I had COVID. And at that point, my life began to change. I felt differently physically. Emotionally, I was watching newscasts from all the various news stations and listening to friends and coworkers whose family members were passing from the disease, whose friends and everyone that was involved was dying from this. So I got nervous. I got scared, and they said, "Well, you can manage it at home. You got it. So go home and try to get through it." So I did that for probably about 4 or 5 days, and then I had shortness of breath, couldn't breathe. So they rushed me back to the U. Thank God I didn't have to go on a ventilator, but I was there just recently until yesterday, and just the worst feeling I've ever felt in my life. Brought me so close to God, and being in this hospital room, thinking to myself, I think I need to make a will and testament, because I don't know if I'm gonna be here past this week. It was humbling. It was humbling, and it was emotional for me, because I always consider myself to be that strong Black male in America, trying to do things, to get things done for my community and my family. And just having this this virus afflict me and affect me the way it has been the most powerful thing that can ever bring me and my family closer to God, and just know that it's real. It is so real. I know that I'm not out of the woods yet. I still got a ways to go, because it gave me pneumonia. So I'm fighting through that right now. But, I'm thankful to God, and thankful to so many people that are helping me to get through it. So I appreciate this opportunity just to tell people, you got to stay inside. Stay y'all asses inside, because it is no joke. It is real. It is killing people. It is killing our loved ones, our family members, our coworkers, our classmates, our teammates, and it is a real thing. So to keep everyone safe, to keep, your family, my family, and all the other families that are out there, stay y'all butts inside. Social distance until they get a handle on this thing, so we can all be able to join each other together and be successful in moving through this new normal that we're going to have. So I appreciate the opportunity for you guys to let me speak. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we thank you, Gino. We have a lot of people wishing you well wishes. And we just hope that you heal, and we ask for healing. We will keep you uplifted in prayer. I don't know if you
Thank
had any time for any questions. If anybody had a question or two, you want to write in the chat, go ahead and you can do that. I don't see too many. I just see a lot of prayers going your way.
Thank you.
So, give us an update when you have a chance, sir. And
Absolutely.
constantly praying for you. Thank you, sir.
Appreciate you too. Thank you.
All right.
Gino, real quick before you jump off, there was one quick question that just said, well, two things. One, how did you first recognize what it was and what took you to the hospital? And then two, how has it impacted your family, or how's your family doing?
Those are great questions. Thank you for asking. I first found, because I'm not one of those type of guys, I work out regularly. I do paddleball tournaments all over the country. So my physical being was pretty good. I was at a point where I had started to ride and work out a little bit more, and had started to lose some weight. And when this first started, the way I knew that it was not normal for me was the fainting, because I had never fainted before. It's been probably about 10, 15 years since I actually fainted or passed out. And when I was in my yard just walking around and came and started getting some shortness of breath and had to sit down, and could actually feel myself passing out. It was like an out-of-body experience where I actually saw myself passing out on the deck. And at that point, I knew something was not right. I had listened to a lot of the symptoms that they said. I had a loss of smell, but I still had a sense of taste. I had a loss of appetite, which I attributed to the sinus infection. And I was hopeful that I did not have it, but I just felt differently. My body felt differently. And I had to realize that it was something else going on other than just a simple sinus infection. As for my family, they are still blessed right now. I believe my oldest son, Joshua, may have it as well. He's been sick for the last 3 days. My wife is kind of fighting through some things, and my youngest son, James, hasn't displayed any symptoms as of yet. So we're just being prayerful and asking God to keep us safe and keep them safe as we move through this and move out of it.
Man, thanks again, Gino. I know, like you said, you just got out of the hospital yesterday, so we really appreciate you having the strength, but also the will to come on and just share this with us. One of the reasons we really were hoping to hear your story was just to put a face with some of the stories, right? We've been hearing all this stuff on CNN, all this stuff on the news, and even in our social media feeds, but to have someone, and you can just tell by the comments in the chat of how many people have worked with you in the past, appreciate you. Someone actually said they thought they'd never say this, but they're actually looking forward to the day you can pull them over again. So, so, I think people are really saying prayers for you and have you in their thoughts as well. So thanks again, Gino. Really appreciate you, man.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate all that you do all the time. Thank you.